everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Danielle. Happy New Year, everyone. I know I have been gone for a while. I haven't posted since around Christmas time, but I am so happy to be back. I have been relaxing a lot this winter season, and I am so happy that I have been doing that. I've been taking better care of myself. I've been walking 10,000 steps a day. I am actually sore right now, but it's been really helping my mood, and I am looking forward to continuing this. I've missed 3 days so far of walking 10,000 steps, but I've been doing really well, and I'm really proud of myself. I've also been juicing, as you saw in a few clips, but in today's video, I am really looking forward to showing you how I am prepping our house for the winter. I'm going to style this mantle back here in this living room in today's video, and I'm also going to decorate our kitchen a little bit. And I will also show you, I've been baking as well. And as you know, I enjoy baking. Since the beginning of the year, I have been baking bread every single week. And in today's video, I'm actually going to bake as well. I look forward to hearing how you all have been doing below in the comments. Let me know how you're kicking off this new year. Okay, let's get decorating, and I will show you how I bake the bread. The recipe will be down below in the description box. This year, I wanted to add more greenery throughout our home. So that is what I'm doing here in our kitchen. I wanted to add some softness to this corner while also warming up this space and making it more cozy. A plant is the perfect thing to achieve that. This is a plant that was in another room, and I decided to make its new home here. As it is nurtured and grows, it will beautifully cascade down, and I cannot wait for that. The beginning of a new year always makes me pause. I start reflecting on the past, looking ahead to the future, and thinking about where my life is right now. As I've recently reflected, I've noticed that I compare our home to others. I'll watch a video or see someone else's home, and suddenly I'm wishing our kitchen were bigger, or that I had a massive island to style and decorate. I can catch myself measuring what we have against what someone else has. So this year, I'm choosing to slow down. I want to be more intentional about the things that I bring into our home and the way I care for it. I truly love this house, and I don't want it to look like anyone else's. No, we don't have a 10-foot island or a living room that is the size of a basketball court, which is crazy, and that's okay. I am grateful for every single day that we get to raise our kids in the same home that I grew up in. That's something I never want to take for granted. It's really only when I start scrolling or watching shows like Fixer Upper, which I genuinely love and will not stop watching, that I momentarily forget how perfect this home already is for us. When I was a little girl, my mom and I used to bake chocolate cakes and pineapple upside down cakes in this very kitchen. Some of my sweetest memories live here, and now I get to create new ones with our daughter in the same space. That's what matters to me the most. Of course, I want our home to look beautiful and feel good, but more than that, I want it to feel meaningful. I already have so much around me that I can repurpose, move from room to room, and give a new life. It's not about buying more, it's about making space for memories we're still creating. This cookbook is the perfect example of how I'm being more intentional about what I bring in our home. My husband and I love Italy, and this isn't just a pretty book, it takes me right back to our trip every time I flip through it. These are the kind of meaningful pieces I want in our home this year. This larger breadboard is one that I DIY'd a couple of years ago. I love taking my time to create pieces with my own hands. Using my creativity to make pieces that are unique and personal adds so much meaning to our home, and that's something I really want to continue doing this year. Since the new year started, I've been baking bread every single week, and it's quickly become one of my favorite little rituals. It is healthier than store-bought, especially here in the US, but it is also just really fun. There is something so satisfying about sprinkling in the ingredients, watching the yeast come alive, seeing the dough slowly rise, and shaping it with my hands into whatever my heart desires. And the smell, I know you all agree, but there is nothing that beats the smell of freshly baked bread. The whole house feels warmer, cozier, happier. So I'm hoping to keep this going all year. While that was baking, I lightly decorated our formal living room for the winter. Since there was so much in this space for Christmas, I definitely wanted a calmer and more airy feel. This is a vase that I DIY'd last year. I turned this glossy red finish into a more neutral, organic, and textured piece. It's one of my favorite DIYs. In the vase, I'm going to place these magnolia stems with blooms on the inside. And these are magnolia leaves that I purchased from Shein. I'm going to tuck these in between the others. The white flowers on the stems and the beige vase feel fresh and calm, and it's exactly what I need to start the year off. This is one of my favorite bowls. I love the texture and colors. I love decorating with vintage or vintage-inspired decor in our home. Pieces like these add lots of warmth and charm. The bread was perfect. It was crispy on the outside and super soft on the inside. Lastly, I want to show you a bag that I recently thrifted a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week. It's the base weekender bag. I have actually been keeping my eye out for a good quality and inexpensive travel bag, so I'm really happy that I took my time and eventually found this one. The outside was dirty and the zipper was broken. This weekender bag at retail is a little over $100, so I was really happy to find it for only $10. This is a close-up of the condition of the bag. There was a little scuff, which is very small, so I didn't mind, and this is where both zippers separated. I'll show you how I fixed that. What I love about this bag is the separate compartments for things like shoes, and the handles were in great condition also. I sound like I'm selling this bag to you guys. So let's start cleaning this bag up and fix the zippers. In order to fix the zipper, I made a small cut across the teeth and reconnected the teeth to the pull tab. I then used clear nail polish to reattach the area where I made the cut and secured it with a chip bag clip to hold it in place. While that was drying, I sprayed the bag down with all-purpose cleaner and soap and scrubbed away the dirt. I let that completely dry and it's ready for a second life. This is one of the reasons why I love thrifting. Things may not be in perfect condition, but with a little scrub and nail polish, this bag is as good as new. So that is all I have for you today. I look forward to sharing so much more with you this upcoming year. I will be baking more, as I mentioned earlier, decorating our home, doing more DIYs, and taking you along with me on my thrifting trips. Thank you for sticking with me until the end of this video. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know what you're looking forward to this upcoming year. I will see you in the next video. Bye!